IPL 5 live at the Cosmopolitan. We're going to be going into game number 2 very soon. Colwn versus Planet Express. Archways will be the map. And actually, go ahead and give the signal to the players. We can get started with game number 2 as soon as we're able. And right now, you know, just actually about to go in the game. It's counted all the way down. And Bud's actually going to be attacking in first for Planet Express.
Yeah, you can see the two teams there on the screen there getting ready to go. Let's go ahead and hop into the action now. Bud's a leadoff attacker for Planet Express. Of course, you know, want to change their luck here. They did lose game number 1 against Colwn. This is a best-of-5 single elimination, so if they're out, they're out. Let's see if Bud's can actually change the luck around for Planet Express. They had a really hard-fought battle there. It just boiled down to that last round, you know what I mean, where pretty much, you know, it was like, okay, let's step up the defense, and, you know, just Colwn was just not having it. They wanted to put that one away, but Bud's able to line it up real nice, so he is going to lose a point of armor, so that's going to be a big hit to him. Tries to go for the hit by the tree. He's not able to connect, as that is actually going to be Wins over there hanging out right by that tree. So keep that in mind, folks, as, you know, you can expect some goal point defense here, and you're going to see AKM there on the goal, as Buds needs to make a shot happen, and he is going to get hit once again. He is able to nail that laser, though, as Buds is going to face off against Wins here in a 1v1. And nice shot there by Buds to open it up here on Archways. Good stuff indeed. Planet Express puts one on the board.
Very, very good for Planet Express. They're setting momentum already with that very first successful attacking round. Last game, we saw something like 7 or 8 successful attacking rounds combined, and that is actually a lot more offensive than we've been seeing so far this weekend. AKM up for Colwn now. He did have one attacking round of his own, I believe, but Wins really was the all-star in that first map, scoring just 3 times on Planet Express. This is a totally different map, though. It is the choice of Planet Express. The first one was random, and you know, Collided is a map that both teams are super comfortable on, but now that it's out of the rotation, essentially, Planet Express and Colwn will have to think very hard about what maps they're going to be choosing against their opponents here. 10.5-meter hit for AKM. Tailspin knocking him down a little bit. Bud's playing near the goal. Vince still alive. There's one shot on Bud. Suddenly just Vince is alone against AKM. The goal can now be captured. He's got a pretty high percentage of it already. Vince cannot land the second rocket, and the goal is captured. That's already one attacking round for each of our teams to get us started in map number 2.
You know, the defense for both of these teams is very good. Just want to throw that out there. It's just that the attackers are equally as good, and that's a scary combination in Shootmania because it makes it just that much tougher to attack. And on a map like Archways, you know, we had mentioned before that there is a few different things on this map, unlike any other map in Shootmania, for example. Although it is an uphill battle, it kind of works in a favor of the attacker because there's so much cover on his way up, and the defenders actually don't have a great line of sight, which is why they play back so much. And granted, too, the other thing to bear in mind is you have the goal point, which is, if you just saw Tailspin there, the pole is actually a little bit further up out in the outer rim of the pad. So nice shot there by Tailspin, taking out AKM. And you're going to see here is he's going to try and nail one on Wins there. There is going to be Sturmy by the goal. Let's see if he can actually do this. And Tailspin trying to line up that shot by the pixel, but he is not able to. Sturmy ending that one. Nice stuff indeed by Sturmy to end that run for Tailspin, taking all 3 rocket landings.
Yeah, Sturmy placed all 3 of those rockets just perfectly. Tailspin really, you know, getting popped back by that second one, let the third one land pretty, you know, easily at his feet there. Wins attacking it now for Colwn. He had 3 successful attacking rounds in the first map. That basically means he didn't miss a single one. So he's batting 1,000 right now. We'll see if he can continue that trend and get Colwn up in a lead situation here on map number 2 on Archways. And you were talking a little bit about how Archways has that lots of cover basically for attackers on their way up. That essentially just makes this map a small little area. This hilltop that they're fighting on is what the bulk of Archways is all about. You get up to that point, and then you've got a firefight going constantly. It's a lot different than Collided, where you usually get to isolate a defender early and hop around in archways and platforms and things like that. But this is open air. It's on grass. It's just a completely different setup than Collided. Wins hops on the goal, but wow, all 3 defenders trying to get a shot at him. 1 armor left. This actually could be really good if Wins can get in there. 60% on the cap, but it looks like Buds is actually the one to eliminate him there with a nice rocket right at the last second. We are still at a tie situation here. Both teams with one successful attacking round. Vince could try to buck that trend right now.
Yeah, that was a very scary situation there because of how, you know, he had control of it. But I liked what Planet Xpress did. They actually all grouped up on the pad and were just like, all right, if this guy wants to kill us, he has to shoot all of us, and our rockets are going to make it there before his laser recharges. So that was a pretty sound strategy there. Almost backfired on him, but Buds was able to come up clutch with that stop. And now we are at 2-2, so the game is still going to be tied. Of course, you know, one attack round win for each player, and Vince is already going to get picked off there with a rocket on Sturmy as we have 16 seconds on the clock at this time. Vince trying to find his target on the side, opting to go to the left. He might be able to take another one out, but he will get hit with a rocket once again. AKM is going to be able to land that one. Vince not able to connect with that laser as, oh man, wins with the stop on Vince right away. Colwn playing great defense now. Let's see if they can, you know, now actually step it up on the offensive side. Sturmy's going to be attacking here, and of course, you know, you guys know his background. Quake legend, you know, one of the best to play the game. So let's see if he can actually, you know, show that same success once again.
Yeah, Sturmy was telling us in the interview just before the match that between ESWC and IPL 5, he basically had a lot of other things to take care of. So maybe not quite as practiced as he was for that tournament. It is possible that he's got a little bit of rust. We saw yesterday SK Gaming took a game off of them, and there were some, you know, not great rounds. They basically fell apart in one of those games. But Sturmy, you know, collected his head, I'm sure, overnight. He's got one armor right now, so Planet Xpress is in a really good position to take him out here. But, you know, collected his thoughts. We've got a very, very big, important match right here with the semifinals. I'm sure Sturmy is going to be able to rise to the occasion. He's got so much lane experience. He's not going to let one loss affect him.
Yeah, for sure. And you saw the pressure there. As soon as the laser was shot off, they knew they had, you know, a second window to make something happen, and the Rockets came out right after that. Nice play there by Buds, as we're going to be at 3-3 right now. Buds will be attacking here for Planet Xpress. And, you know, he was on fire yesterday, but there's Saturday and then there's Sunday. And Sunday he has not been playing as great as he was yesterday. So perhaps he can change that luck around, trying to go for that early laser. But he was not able to connect it there on AKM. And now it's going to be up to Buds here to figure out where he wants to go and pretty much who he wants to take out first, like what's going to be his like primary target. But he is instead going to go for the goalpost and take out Sturmy. That's going to be a big hit though, as Sturmy has been playing some pretty great goalpost defense. Of course, you know, Wynn's going to be in the back there over by the pillar, and Wynn's is still lingering over to the left, and Buds knows this, so that's why he's you know, just taking his time, because he's not trying to rush out there foolishly, and then he gets picked off.
Oh, yeah, he definitely doesn't want to lose any armor if he can help it. There's only 2 defenders left. He's at a nice advantage now. If he can actually get time down to when the goal is open, and he tries it, but AKM and wins. Those brothers from France, they actually managed to surround and destroy Buds as he hops on the goal. But AKM attacking again now. I was going to say Buds, you know, waiting for the goal to be open, sitting with 3 armor, puts him in a really good spot, but the double tap from one side and the follow-up were too much for him to handle. AKM trying to move through this left archway. Perhaps there's a lot of rockets coming. Yeah, you can see from that overhead view. Definitely a lot of rockets focused on that side, and AKM did actually get snagged by one of them. Only 2 armor left, attacking in now against 3 standing defenders. This is a tall order. We'll see if he's going to be up to the challenge.
Yeah, you know, a 1v3 in this situation is more than winnable. As you see right there, AKM already getting the wheels turning as he takes out Tailspin, which was going to be a big hit because he has actually been, you know, playing pretty good defense in the series overall, but no one has specifically stood out thus far. And Buds, though, landing the hit, so I guess you could say he's been standing out with 5 defensive rockets landed. Vince going to be all the way in the back there. Buds trying to land that rocket, but of course AKM's just trying not to let that one happen. 10 seconds before he can cap the goal, and if he is not able to do this, then they will not be able to win the round. A great defense there by Vincent Buds to close it out. Good stuff there by Planet Xpress, stopping that run for AKM, and now it is going to be up to Tailspin. Man, I just interviewed Ronnie Dupree. Let's see what he can do.
Tailspin gave a lovely little interview right before the match here.
Lovely,
and,
lovely interview, Josh.
Yeah, it was lovely and delightful.
Oh,
actually.
look at you.
Tailspin attacking in now. We've got Sturmy over the point. AKM left side wins right side from this point of view at least. And when you're playing defense, actually everything is totally flipped because, you know, the attacker's never communicating. He doesn't have to say left side, right side, that sort of thing. Defenders are constantly doing it. So, you know, different areas of the map are left or right. They just change all the time. Tailspin getting attacked now. Sturmy does land one shot from the goal. He's a little bit set off by that, and AKM is still on Tailspin's left. We got wins all the way across the map, trying to land some rockets. This is a really tough situation. It's kind of an interesting entry point because he does not have all 3 defenders in his line of sight, you usually want to keep them where you can see them.
Yep, and the actually goal's going to become active now. And oh, look at the pressure here now by Colwn, as Tailspin needs to be careful. He does not have that laser charge, but he was able to nail that shot, and he might be able to go in for the cap. He's going to have one more armor. Oh, great defense there by Sturmy to close that one out. Tailspin just does not have an answer for Sturmy, who stopped them 2 times already on this attack. So nice stuff by this team. Let's see what's going to happen next.
Man, maybe 3rd time's a charm. We'll have to see if Tailspin gets another attacking round in and Sturmy's the last man standing. Could be a different story. That's you know,
this is such an even match.
Some great play from Sturmy actually at the point. He actually bounced Tailspin, hit him once, bounced him the 2nd time, and then the 3rd one was easy because he was basically floating in the air from the bounce. So
yeah,
just great stuff, saving his ammo, saving his endurance until it mattered right there at the end when Tailspin hopped on the goal. He knew he was going to be focused on trying to stand on the goal as long as he could, so he had a bit of an open shot. Wins. He's the one, again, who had 3 successful attacking rounds in the previous map. Nothing going so far on archways, and still no defenders eliminated on this particular round.
Yeah, you know, you're right about that as far as just, you know, how all that plays out. But whoa, wait a minute, though. We do have something developing here as Wins is going to try and make his way in. The goal is going to become active, and he caps it 6-4, and Wins just, you know, you mentioned the attacking rounds before, how well he was doing, and he's just doing it again here. Now it's going to be up to Vince to keep Planet Express in this game. Let's see what he can do. Granted, you know, if he does lose this round, they still have an opportunity to you know, come back. I think Buds will be the one to take another stab at it, but still, you know, you want to put your team in a great position, and you can see them taking that those early laser shots as well, trying to see if they can pick someone off real far away. Of course, you know, it's a 1 in a million, right, Josh? one in a million.
Is that what we agreed on? 1 in a million.
We did agree on that.
50,000 in a million.
50, whatever.
You know what? So Vince attacking in now from the side. He actually doesn't have eyes on any defenders, but the patience pays off. Wins. Shows himself a little bit right where Vince was waiting. So off to a great start now. That 36-meter shot is definitely going to set him up for a good opportunity. Sturmy is the super clutch defender, though, for Colwn. Even 3 armors could not be enough if Sturmy is on point. Landing rockets at Vince's feet. Knocks him all the way back. That's actually going to set him back precious seconds, but he lands the shot, and that's all she wrote for Vince's attacking round. That's 2 apiece for Planet Express and Colwn here on map number 2.
They desperately needed that, but now more than ever, they have to stop Sturmy, who, you know, granted, has not had an attack round win, but just like Vince, is more than capable of pulling it out of nowhere. So let's see what Sturmy can do here on the attack. Of course, expect the conservative, you know, defensive approach by your Planet Express. It's funny to bring up that you have Complexity yesterday, who actually played this map with some unique defensive strats, you know, utilizing certain cover in different situations, and I'm actually a big fan of the way they played it. Granted, no, they are not in this bracket play. Tailspin and company actually beat Planet Express on Archway, so they're really comfortable with this map as well, as evidenced by the way that they're playing against the ESWC champions, excuse me. As Sturmy now throwing down a laser, not able to connect with it. Rockets flying everywhere. You see that as soon as the laser gets dispensed, but you can see Sturmy actually taking advantage of that speed pad, and the goal cannot be captured, and they end that one right away. Buds with a double tap taking them out.
Yeah, Buds being the defensive superstar so far, 8 defensive rockets, not to mention that single attacking round that he's got, but he's attacking again now. And since we're getting in the higher up rounds, we are playing 1st to 9 with no point limit. Essentially, if they go into extra rounds, they can go forever and ever. We don't want to be anti-hyped, basically, by you know, denying them the chance at playing some super, super tense rounds. And I think we'd just be depriving ourselves of some great action if we did that. But Buds landing the first shot there on, who was that? Wins actually getting taken out. AKM and Sturmy still standing. 1 armor now left for Buds. Great cross shot from Sturmy with that prediction. And he's, oh man, Sturmy just so on fire with those defensive rockets today. That's 10. That's double digits now for him.
Nice stuff indeed. And something I want to point out, by the way, that Sturmy had done in his last attack round was he was using that speed pad to give him, you know, that boost on the right side, and that's great use of the map, you know, to just take advantage of the things that are around you. You know, that thing that AKM was on just now, what you see right below his feet as he's running toward, that's a speed pad, which pretty much gives him a boost of speed, and he cannot jump on it though, so that is the disadvantage. But in that situation, utilizing that speed pad may not be a be a bad idea because of the positioning.
Whoa.
And look at that, the rockets whizzing right by AKM as he somehow manages to avoid 2 rockets that could have been catastrophic for him. As AKM dips around the corner, he is not able to connect with that shot on the left, and he takes another shot as well and can't connect with that either, as there's going to be 5 seconds left on the clock at this time. Then he finally connects with Tailspin, and here comes Vince with the challenge. Vince is in a bad spot in the back. He needs to make his way over to the goalpost. Goal is going to be live here, 12 seconds on the clock. Vince playing right in front, but he is going to get picked off. Now it's going to be up to Buds in a 1v1 situation with 1 armor left. Nice shot there. Buds able to take him out. No, but AKM cannot connect with it, and Buds close it out. Nice stuff there by Planet Express to feign off that attack. Beautiful work there indeed.
Man, that was actually really crazy toward the end with the 1v1 situation. You know, the attacker just was missing enough shots basically to where that time crunch really started to affect him. And when Buds ran out, I thought instantly, you know, that's ballsy. You know, it's next shot wins in this situation. The round limit is getting really high, or at least the round that they're on. This is round number 15. Once they get closer and closer to that 9, that ever important 9, you know, doing risky behavior like that can be really, really scary. And Tailspin attacking in now. He doesn't have an opportunity just yet to take out any defenders. There is one on the tree. It is going to be Wins. Will Tailspin be able to take him out? He's already whipped 2 lasers, and that's given the defense some time to lob some rockets at him. 2 armor left now. 1 hitting from Wins, close range, peeking around that tree. You can see they're, oh wow.
Look at that coordination there, the movement.
He does eventually, you know, end that duel, but down 1 armor. You can see a lot of times, oh my goodness, Tailspin landing a second shot. I don't want to talk about anything else. Sturmy playing the goal once again. Can he clutch it out again, or will Tailspin be able to zap him down or hop on the goal? Time is running out. Tailspin cannot get in, and Sturmy with some incredible rockets again, just fending off defeat.
Unbelievable.
That's insane the way we're seeing Sturmy defend this game, and Tailspin and Buds on the other side. Actually, Buds specifically has been the clutch defender over on the other side. They need to defend here against Wins. It is map point, and that is an advantage that Colwn gets for being the first team to defend on this map. When you reach that stalemate situation, every attacking round you get is going to be that map point situation. So Wins had the hot laser in the first map. He has 1 successful attacking round so far on Archways. Can he put Colwn up 2-0 in this best of 5?
That would be a big hit though for Planet Express. And a connection in the back for Wins as he takes out Vince. And now it's going to be a 1v2 with 3 armor left. The favor is for Wins here as he throws on a laser, not able to connect. Bud's going to be playing the goal point defense, not connecting with that rocket. They're so close to the head of Wins though. And another connection as Tailspin gets taken out around the corner. And it's going to be a 1v1 here as you're going to see 3 armor. This is a winnable situation for Wins. He could end the game here, and he does it. Wins with the W, 2-0, as Planet Express goes down in this matchup. Unbelievable action indeed, but Planet Express is not out of it yet, Josh.
We saw some amazing play, not only out of attackers. Wins obviously taking 2 rounds for himself, but ending the game in dramatic fashion was, of course, very nice to see for the spectators, but the defensive play on this map was crazy.
It really was.
We had Sturmy and Buds both reaching double digits on the defensive rockets, saving rounds time and time again. Really, really good stuff from offense and defense there. We're going to take a short break, and game number 3 will be right around the corner.